Fire breaking. Princess Leonor boards the Juan Sebastián de Elcano, Spain in naval shock ship crown. Everyone expected a symbolic moment. A simple ceremony, a photo op, another scheduled duty for the future Queen of Spain. But what happened on that quiet coastal morning was nothing ordinary. Something so unexpected, so out of royal tradition, shook the nation's perception of who Princess Leonor truly is. Because when she stepped aboard the Juan Sebastián de Elcano, she didn't enter as royalty. She entered as a naval cadet. And that decision changed everything. Spain believed she was visiting. She was enrolling. The country thought it was training diplomacy. It was training resilience. And instantly, the question was no longer why she boarded the ship, but why she chose to live there, work there, struggle there. The Juan Sebastián de Elcano is not just a ship. It is a floating crucible of discipline, sacrifice, and identity. It has shaped generations of officers, sailors, and cadets who left its decks stronger than they arrived. It is the place where rank means nothing if you do not earn respect, where comfort is replaced by duty, and where the ocean tests who you are beneath your title. And on that deck, surrounded by wind and responsibility, stood a young woman who could one day lead a country. From the very first morning, there were no royal privileges. The wake-up call sounded before sunrise. The cold air struck the skin. The cadets rushed to formation. And Princess Leonor, without assistance, without protocol, without the invisible cushion of palace life, did exactly the same. She folded her bedding. She cleaned her designated area. She lined up with the others. There were no whispers of majesty, no special seating, no bowing. The silence that morning wasn't reverence. It was disbelief. A princess living like any other cadet. Spain never expected that, and this is where the first truth emerges. She didn't lose status. She earned respect. The cadets didn't see a future queen. They saw a young woman trying to prove herself in a world where effort matters more than surname. But why? Why would someone born into comfort choose hardship? Why would royalty choose storms, exhaustion, and anonymity? The answers didn't come through speeches. They came through actions. Her first real physical test happened during the training of the sails, one of the most exhausting and risky tasks on the ship. Climbing the towering masts, balancing against fierce wind, handling heavy ropes high above deck is something even strong, experienced cadets fear. Many assumed she would be exempt. But without waiting for instructions, Leonor began to climb. She didn't rush. She didn't ask for help. She moved steadily, determined. And when she reached the platform, something changed in the faces below. There was no applause, no dramatic reaction, just the quiet acknowledgement that she had chosen difficulty willingly. Outside the ship, Spain continued daily life. Newspapers reported vague descriptions. Commentators debated whether it was ceremonial or political. Many imagined leisure with a naval flavor. But those who slept beside her, who worked beside her, knew the truth. There were no soft beds. There were no special meals. There were no royal breaks. There was fatigue. There was salt in the hair and sweat on the hands. There were orders with no exceptions. And there was Princess Leonor accepting all of it without complaint. But the real transformation wasn't physical. It was human. During a stormy night watch, one of the younger cadets experienced a panic episode. The rocking of the ship, the darkness, the cold pressure of responsibility broke his composure. His breath became frantic, his hands trembled uncontrollably, and the others froze, unsure whether to continue the task or help. Then, something unexpected happened. Leonor stepped toward him, calm, focused. She helped him breathe slowly, guided him through his fear, stood by him until he regained control. She wasn't commanding. She wasn't lecturing. She was simply present with empathy. That moment, not recorded, not publicized, not polished, revealed something deeper than royalty. Leadership without spotlight. It was that night that the captain wrote a report. Not about a princess, but about a cadet demonstrating strong emotional leadership. And for the first time, the ship's officers began to wonder, is she learning to rule from a throne, or to serve among people? That question changed how they looked at her. Life aboard continued. Repetitive tasks, long watches, limited sleep, small meals, the raw rhythm of naval reality. And as days passed, Leonor stopped being the girl from the palace. She became simply Leonor. She listened more than she spoke. She worked without expectation of praise. When someone made a mistake, she did not judge. When someone succeeded, she did not seek attention. That balance puzzled the crew. How could someone raised in an environment of status behave with such humility? The answer was becoming clearer. You cannot lead a country if you have never understood sacrifice. You cannot symbolize unity if you have never lived equality. You cannot earn respect if you have only inherited power. This voyage was not publicity. It was preparation, not for ceremony, but for character. Soon, rumors reached the outside world. Not through official statements, but through whispers among naval circles. Journalists began noticing something unusual. Leonor wasn't merely training, she was living the full cadet experience, requesting no differences. Spain slowly realized that its future queen wasn't preparing only academically or politically. She was preparing morally. And the biggest revelation of all emerged in documents that later surfaced. This path was not imposed on her. It was requested by her. She chose the ocean over comfort. She chose hard work over special treatment. She chose to learn leadership through humanity, not authority. As the ship moves from port to port, as Leonor continues to grow through salt, duty, and discipline, her transformation becomes undeniable. She is not becoming someone new. She is shedding everything unnecessary around who she truly is. Without cameras, without royal frameworks, without scripted expectations. And when she returns to land, Spain will not see the girl who left. It will encounter a young woman shaped by struggle, by respect, by silence, by nights of responsibility, by storms that no palace can simulate. Because boarding the Juan Sebastián de Elcano was not a gesture. It was a declaration. It was a commitment to a future where a queen must do more than reign. She must understand what it means to serve. Today, Spain understands why this moment shocked the nation. Princess Leonor is not rehearsing royalty. She is building credibility, not authority through birthright, authority through experience. And when she steps back onto Spanish soil, nothing about her leadership will be symbolic. Her voice will carry the weight of someone who has lived sacrifice. Her presence will reflect effort, not entitlement. Her decisions will be shaped by the knowledge of what it means to work beside others, not above them. The Armada trained a cadet. The sea is shaping a leader. And the world is about to meet the real Princess Leonor.